YouTube, welcome back to the Dave and Boog Show. We are going to break down what's going on in the NBA, obviously talking football, and we're going to give you guys our picks for the week. Starting off, Boog, talk to me about the NBA Cup. Spurs, Knicks battled it out. Knicks get it done. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to the Spurs. Wemby with an emotional press conference. Lost somebody. Not too sure what's going on with that. But we're just talking NBA Cup. Tell me, was this a success? Do you think that this is something that I wouldn't even say will last because I think it's going to be around. Like I think it's set in stone. But like, what do you think? Was this a success? Was it a? It was a big swing from the NBA.
I mean, yeah, I'm a big fan of the NBA Cup. I won't lie. I think we needed something.
Yeah,
It's a shame that it's come to we have to incentivize millionaires with more money to play harder.
yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. They're playing a lot harder in these games. You can tell the refs are letting them, play a little harder with the physicality and stuff. But this whole cup I thought was good, especially these last two games in Vegas. The
Yeah.
Thunder Spurs game. I mean, that was a battle all four quarters. That's a potential Western Conference Finals preview, in my opinion.
Yup.
And then you move to the championship game versus the Knicks, and this was just a star-studded game. The Spurs, man, this is one of the most young, electric, fun-watching teams in the whole NBA. I really like
They're
watching
so
the
deep.
Spurs. They are so deep. They got so much guard talent between Castle, Vassell. Obviously, you got Wemby, you get the rookie Dylan Harper, you got Champagny who can come off the bench and shoot threes. Like they've got a complete nucleus of guards that could propel them to win. And then you go on the other side, in the Knicks, they've got the same thing. OG Anunoby, he's taken a huge step up this year. His game's starting to look a lot more polished,
Yep.
in my opinion. Jalen Brunson, obviously prolific scorer. He's going to be able to get you 25 a night. Cat played well yesterday. I love the fact that he's going to the rim now instead of just
Yeah.
camping out at the three and just
You don't
like
like Cat.
I don't mind big men shooting threes, but remember you're a big man. Like you
Right.
can affect the game more in the paint than out the paint. When you're a big
Right.
man shooting threes, you're just bailing the defense out. Like
Yep.
the defense, they can breathe when you're out at the three. But this game was complete intense. I think the NBA Cup is here to stay. I think
Yeah.
this is something that will grow with time. It's something that people still look at as kind of like a joke still, as the casual fan. But I think 5, 10 years from now, we'll be looking at this and like really wondering who's competing on a week to week basis for this award. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm a real big fan of it.
Yeah. I like it. I think it was a, like I said, big time swing from the NBA, but I love it. I love it. Like you can't knock them for trying it. You look around the world, you can argue that soccer kind of has the same problem where some of these regular season games are just kind of
Yeah,
whatever, stars don't play in them, they rest. And what
yeah,
do? They have a ton of in-season
yep,
stuff going on all year round, whether it's the Spanish Cup, Copa del Rey, there's just so much World Cup, Champions League, everything's
hmm
going on at once. And the NBA is trying to get into that. And I like it. I like how they did it. I think it's here to stay. And the players, they play hard. Like they want
yeah,
that, even though they're paid, like you
hmm
said, they want that bonus. It helps, and
yeah,
mainly what I love too is the guys that are making the real money on the team. They play hard, knowing that some of the guys that aren't
yeah.
making as much as them
Exactly.
on the
The
right,
two-way swing players who
they
are just
play
making
hard. They play
200K for the
hard.
year. Yeah, that's extra
Exactly.
500K. You just made his salary.
You
Like
just
it's a,
changed his
I
life.
definitely appreciate what Adam Silver's doing. I know the ratings for the NBA have been up and down the last few years. I think this year they're pretty high, like probably since maybe the Prime Warriors
It's
Cavs days.
getting
Like
better.
the NBA ratings are really up right now. So I credit Adam Silver for him always finding a way to be innovative, whether it's through the All Star game. This year, we're going to have a different format for the All Star game with the
Yep.
USA versus World. So, really interested to see that. And I got to give him credit, man. He saw a sinking ship and he threw out a life raft.
Yeah, I like it. I like what they did. All right, staying into the NBA topic, Warriors email. Everything we hear about the Warriors, it's not good, and it's just some bullshit. And this is what I would
Yeah.
call some bullshit. I'll go ahead and read the email. So basically, a fan messaged the owner of the Warriors, and this is what he said: "You can't be as, or I'm sorry, he said, Dear Joe, please do something about this team. What Steph needs to do every night to win? Question mark. Drop 50 points. Team is in need of a real second option. Jimmy's tools are being underutilized because he is playing as a power forward due to the small position players. We have no true center. I am so frustrated." He actually responded
that
Joe
message, yeah,
Lacob.
for viewers, that yeah, Joe Lacob, that's the owner of the Warriors. So yeah, the fact that he even responded is
Joe
crazy.
Lacob responds and says, "You can't be as frustrated as me. I'm working on it. It's complicated. Style of play, coaches' desires regarding players, league trends. Jimmy is not the problem. Thank you, Joe." Now, look, all I'm getting off that is he is throwing this on Steve Kerr. That's what I'm getting off of this. And before this even happened, we talk about it all the time. I mean, Steve Kerr, I'm not going to say he's a bad coach. He's one of the best coaches of all time because of what he's done. But I mean, lately we can't lie. Like we haven't been seeing what we've been seeing with the Jonathan Kuminga situation and just keeping washed players on the squad. It's just weird vibes in Golden State right now. As a Dubs fan yourself, tell me what the hell is going on? Is it over? Is it
Yeah,
time to
I was
just
actually
completely blow it up? Like, what are we doing?
the fact that he got that email back from Joe Lacob is like, damn, I should have been said something to him.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like the fact that he's replying like, and he says Jimmy's not the he's not the problem.
Yeah.
Well, he has not been the solution either. So
Nah. We
we're
can't sit here
paying
and
this
say
guy
that.
60 million to drive to the basket and kick it out to the corner. If you
Yeah.
watch any Warriors games, Jimmy Butler's aggressiveness is a clear problem. It's
Yep.
not that he doesn't have the ability, because I'm watching him play and he can get right by his defender, he get to a spot. He's just choosing not to be aggressive, and why he's doing that, I don't know. It's hurting the team, but this team has many more holes in the roster outside of Jimmy's lack of aggressiveness.
Yeah.
You look at, obviously, the biggest elephant in the room is the fact that there is no elephant on the court. We have no
Yeah.
size.
Yep.
This team, for pretty much, yeah,
Who
since
was the last
2020,
one?
the last competent big rim protector was JaVale McGee, I believe.
Yeah, he was
That
not.
was the
He
last one.
damn
Yeah,
JaVale underrated.
he would still
Underrated.
have impact.
Yeah.
He's out there. He's somewhere overseas. Like I would take him right now because he's still in shape. He
Anything.
could still run the floor. He could still, yeah. Like it's just a joke. We are currently constructed, no shot to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we can, any given night, I do believe we could beat any team in the NBA, but on any given
That goes
night,
for any
as
team,
we've
though. You know what
shown,
I mean?
we can lose to any team. We've shown it. We've lost to several teams without their star players.
Yep.
This team plays down to their level of competition. I've said it all year. I've said it for years. They are not surrounding Steph Curry with the help that he deserves.
Yep.
This is a man that is playing unreal right now.
Giving
Steph
it
Curry is playing unreal right now. Like he is looking like
dying on the
vintage Steph Curry.
floor.
He's looked as good as he's ever looked. I mean, right now, I bet over his last 5 games, he's got to be averaging 35 plus. He just put up 48 in a loss, so I've seen that before. Just really disappointing as a Warriors fan, considering all the greatness I've seen over the
Yeah.
past 12 years. This is by far the lowest I've been as a Warriors fan, even in times where we didn't make the playoffs in 2020 with Klay Thompson and that whole ordeal, his ACL, and Steph Curry when he was out. Like this is worse than then. Like
Yep.
it's just because we have the pieces that can be moved to acquire other pieces, and we have players that can play, that can compete for a playoff spot, and they're choosing not to do it. I think it's coaching malpractice.
Mhm.
Jonathan Kuminga, we're mentioning, he's been DNP'd 3 straight games.
Yeah.
I don't know of any player in the NBA that's making 20 plus 25 million that doesn't even get to take his warm up off.
That's
The
crazy.
fact that he's not getting minutes over people like Guy Santos, Pat Spencer, Brandon Pajinski, rookies like like it's disrespectful. This team has zero athleticism. He's by far our most athletic player. He's one of the most athletic players in the whole NBA,
Yeah.
not just our team. Like he's somebody we clearly need, and it's just sad to see, man. I'm really disappointed in the Warriors.
Yeah. So let me ask you. So obviously we know that the previous GM Myers left, and now he's doing TV still. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
So he kind of knew what was up. Yeah. Inside the
Hmm.
walls, he got the vibe. They weren't trying to move off, and had no plans of moving off of their washed veterans, if you want to call it, especially with Draymond. And I'll get to Draymond in a second. But
Yeah.
why? I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs are kind of in the same boat a little bit. And I think thinking back to, I always say this about the Warriors, that Celtics ring, that was Steph's best ring in my
We
opinion.
stumbled into it. We
That was
stumbled into it.
I
Got
and
hot at the we got hot at the right time.
they had no, in my opinion, great year, whatever. They had no business winning that ring that year, in my opinion. And they did, and I thought that was the perfect time to blow it up.
Yeah.
And that's what you do after you win a ring. You got to face the facts and face the music. I thought that was a
Yeah, I
perfect
won't say
time.
blow up. They should have retooled. They
Not
were
blow it up,
perfect
but
opportunity to retool, and they brought
you
back
want
the
to
same exact team.
you want to skip the phase that you're currently in right now, and you're seeing
Yeah,
like you're just in a hole. And they had the chance, and the GM left, and because he was
yep,
like, "All right, I'm not about to be a part of this sinking ship. Like, I'm out of
yeah,
here." And
yeah,
so this brings me back to my point. The Warriors let Jordan Poole walk because of Draymond.
yep,
They said, we're making a clear choice. We're keeping Draymond. Draymond's not going anywhere. See you, Poole. And I know whatever Poole's doing now, whether he looks good or not. I mean, you can't tell me that he did. It didn't seem like he was going to be the next guy, like for Golden State. Even if he wasn't going to be, he wasn't going to be Steph Curry, but he was going to
no,
be a guy that could have held it down. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But you choose Draymond. You choose to stick to what you know. You stick to what you have and what's been working for you. That's the common denominator. Is they just are stuck in their ways. And Steve Kerr is, I can't imagine. I can't imagine being a Warriors fan because what he does infuriates me. And like it's like a golden rule. You don't bet on any Golden State players because you never know when Steve Kerr is going to get in one of his little, modes and just bench the guy for the entire second half. So a lot of shit going on with the Warriors. What do you do from here? Like, okay, I feel like you
I
kind
mean,
of
I know
missed
what
that.
I would do, but
I
I
feel
know
like
what
you
they're not
missed.
going to
I
do.
feel like you missed the window to maximize what you could have got back for Draymond, for all these other guys.
Yeah,
Now you look at Pods, the cat's out the bag. He's ass. So like,
yeah.
what movable pieces do you have realistically to make a splash to
Um,
go and get a Giannis or somebody that can save the franchise?
well, the movable piece that we have is sitting on the bench, losing value as we speak. Jonathan Kuminga, clearly the most value outside of Steph Curry. He's clearly the most valuable asset to acquire pieces or to get off of, to get somebody else to come in and create a better team. He's sitting on the bench. So if he's sitting on the bench, other teams are okay. Why would we play him? That it's
Yeah,
just that's how the league goes. It's a business. It's a copycat league. One coach sees something, especially if somebody of Steve Kerr's pedigree, the coaches are going to flock to what he believes in more so than what's the reality of the
yeah.
situation. And that's he's getting done bad right now. He's getting completely carried. I don't know. I really don't know. I really wish we could find out. I think us as fans deserve to know because it'd be a difference if his play was just horrible. I mean, he's not playing the best right now, but to get 0 minutes, I don't care what anybody says. He's
Yeah,
not playing that bad.
yeah,
That means you're pretty much saying he's the worst player in the league, and that's obviously not true. If
yeah.
anybody's watched Kaminga, you know he has the flashes to be. I'm not even gonna say an all star, but he could be a great
I mean, he
contributor on a
started
team.
off the season hot. Like I
He
remember
started
he
off the
was really
season,
good.
and if people remember when Steph Curry went down last season, in the playoffs versus the Timberwolves, Jonathan Kuminga, you would think it was Jimmy Butler was our main scorer. Jonathan Kuminga led the playoffs in scoring for the Warriors when he went out. This is somebody that was coming off the bench. Somebody weeks prior was getting the same thing he's dealing with now. DNP wasn't even playing and came in and proved himself that he can
Yeah.
score in the playoffs. So I'm not really sure what Steve Kerr wants to see from him. I don't know if you're trying to see a Clay Thompson, like that's not his game.
He had
He's
to have
clearly
DM'd his wife or his daughter
yeah,
or
like he's
something.
got he's got some dirt. He's got some dirt on him or something because it's inexcusable, man. It's just especially with how the team's playing. Like if we were winning these games,
Yeah.
if we were on a 5 game win streak, offense is looking good, everything's flowing. I'd be like, all right. I mean, I don't get it, but okay, we're winning. We
Right.
done lost 4 out of 5 games or 3 out of 4 games. Like we're not winning these games. He's losing.
Yeah.
I know we were missing Steph Curry, but Steph Curry's been back for the past 2 games, and we've lost both of them.
Yeah.
So something's got to change. It's embarrassing, honestly, and I don't see it getting better. You mentioned Bob Myers leaving. I think a lot of that had to do with Joe Lacob was tired of spending big money,
Yeah.
and I think that was a big reason that he left in the first place because he's like, all right, well, if you're not going to give me no money, I can't build you a team that you want to compete. So bring in somebody
He's
else.
not going to stay in his
Brings in
face card.
exactly, yeah, because he built a dynasty, and I'm forever indebted to Bob Myers. I love what he did. I wish he could stay here, but he brought in Mike Dunleavy, and he's done a horrible job,
Yeah.
flat out horrible job. His first acquisitions, I believe, he acquired Corey Joseph, who's now playing overseas, and then you traded a waived Chris Paul. You traded for a waived Chris Paul, who's just got let go by the Clippers they just told him to go home because you're just not good enough. That's somebody the Warriors brought in who they thought would change the roster. Not only that, you acquired Jimmy Butler for $60 million over the course of 2 seasons. That's egregious. He's not worth the money. Jimmy Butler's a great player,
On
but
his
60
day.
million, yeah, he's not. That's if he's playoff Jimmy, and we know playoff Jimmy doesn't show up in the regular season. I'm now seeing it firsthand. I don't know how he gets away with this, just coasting in the regular season, then hope he just turns into some superhero come June. Like it's not sustainable. This team's not good enough for you to coast and do that. Like we need playoff Jimmy in the regular season. This is what you were paid here. It's what you were brought to do. So it needs to show because this roster is horrible.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. They need to screw retool. I think we're at a rebuild point, and everybody besides Steph can go, in my opinion. But moving on to
In
football.
my opinion, Steph should go and everybody else should stay. Like
Wow, we know that's not happening. Steph will never
no, he's
not
not
be
going
a
to leave.
Warrior.
But I wouldn't blame Steph Curry for leaving. It's sad what they're doing to
Cause
him.
another ring would really shake up that convo. I'm telling you. So if
Yeah, there would be a
it's up
lot
to
of
him.
uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah, if he gets
Yeah,
one more, that would be insane. Rams Seahawks, another great game we got lined up. These two just played recently. We saw what happened. Sam Darnold was seeing goes through 4 picks, and somehow they had a chance to win the game still. So that brings me to
yeah,
my point. If you can just not throw 4 picks, then the Seahawks should have a really good chance to win this game. Um,
yeah,
Devontae Adams might not play. I know I believe his name is Charles Cross, the tackle for the Seahawks. He is out
yeah,
potentially. We will see how that plays out. I can't really get too much of a read on this besides like what I said. If you don't throw 4 picks, you win that game. So I don't
yeah,
know, man. Seahawks at home, they play amazing on the road. They're at home, so I don't know how much that of an advantage that is really to them. It does get loud over there with the 12. Give me your take on this game. Obviously, not Sam Darnold. I'm sorry, Matt Stafford, kind of closing in on MVP, which we will get to in a second. Give me your read on this game.
yeah. I mean, I'm expecting another great game out of this. Honestly, you mentioned the Sam Darnold 4 interceptions. That same game, Matthew Stafford only had 100 and I don't even know if he threw for 135 yards. I think he might have had like 129, 130. The Seahawks completely dominated the time of possession in that game. So
Yeah,
there's both sides. You could have the Seahawks think they could play better, and the Rams obviously think they could play better.
yeah,
This game, I am leaning towards the Rams. It's not confident. It's just based off what I've seen from the Rams versus Sam Darnold. He's kind of just he's fumbled up against them in the playoffs last year. I think the D coordinator and McVay, they've got a plan for him. I would not be surprised if Seattle won.
yeah,
So I'm leaning towards the Rams just because they've just looked like the better team all season long. So
yeah,
and it's 1 point spread, so it's pretty much whoever you think's going to win.
yeah,
But I'll go with the Rams. But you can't go wrong either way. These two teams, I think, are, in my opinion, I think they're the two. You could put with Green Bay losing Micah Parsons. I
yeah.
definitely think these are the two best teams in the NFC. Easily top three though, if you want to put in Green Bay.
Yeah, it's a coin flip, literally a coin flip game.
Yeah,
The Rams are for me. I feel like the Seahawks. I feel like it's easier to clean up offensive stuff. Which, if you look since that 4 interception game versus the Rams, Sam Darnold has not been playing his best football. But I feel like that's easier to clean up than defensive problems. And I feel like the Rams lately, that defense, the secondary especially, has been showing you that
yeah,
I don't know if you can trust them all the way. So I feel
yeah,
like it's gonna really it's I mean, you're talking about literally two of the best offense in the league with the Rams, and then you got not the best in the league. I would still give it to the Texans, but one of the best defenses. So the matchup's gonna be. I mean, this is a must watch game,
yeah.
like absolutely
It's
must
a
watch.
huge game for Sam Darnold because it seems like
Huge,
since he's gotten
huge.
over the lull of being like a bust, and now people look
Yup,
at him like, okay, he's a solid starter. Like he has not performed well in the big moments. You look at
yup,
obviously last year with the Vikings in the playoff and the Week 18 game, and then this year the first matchup with the Rams. Everybody was like, okay, Sam, let's see what you can do versus. So this is another opportunity that Sam Darnold has to show he can perform in big moments. Otherwise,
yeah.
my belief in Seattle will go down if Sam Darnold does not play well again this game.
Yeah, it's on his shoulders, and this is going to be one of those when you're giving you a chance again to prove it, and you haven't
Yeah.
showed up every time, and we're giving you
Yeah.
another one here. We're not done with Sam. Like we're not giving up on Di. Like we kind of
No.
know what he is,
Yeah.
But if you go out
Yeah.
and you play a game, you throw 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 250, like I'm bought in. Like, all right, maybe you are the guy. But
Yeah.
speaking of Matt Stafford in the MVP race, Matt Stafford is your favorite right now at -300 to win. I would agree with that. I just think with everybody else, I mean, you look, Drake May probably would be second, Josh Allen close third. We
Yeah.
still got some games to play. We're going to talk about the Pats in a second, but I do think I think Josh could potentially. You would have to get some bad games out of Matt Stafford. I don't
Yeah,
really
that's what you're
see
gonna
that,
need.
but
Yeah.
I feel like he might have it locked up. If not Matt Stafford, who would you give it to, or are you in agreement that that's the guy? That's your MVP.
My MVP is definitely Matthew Stafford,
Yeah,
but I gotta have Drake May right there, man.
yeah,
He's got to be number two. You look at what he's done for that New England team. They were on
yep,
a coming into last week. They were on a 10 game winning streak, coming off a bye week, and they played Buffalo. And we were talked about it, that first half. They absolutely handled Buffalo. So
oh
I was
yeah,
like, wow, he might have locked this MVP up. He had
yep,
2 rushing touchdowns in that first half. They were just looking completely dominant. Then the second half happened, and they choked the lead. He had a turnover. Offense couldn't really do much outside of Travion Henderson breaking a couple long runs.
yep,
And then you see Matthew Stafford, man, 5 interceptions. He had that bad little kind of fluky pick to Aiden Hutchinson
hmm,
last week, but follows it up with a couple of touchdowns. I mean, the dude is just balling. I didn't.
yep,
These older quarterbacks, they seem like they're just starting to get smarter and smarter, and as their careers go on, it seems like they're not really losing a step because they're playing the game from a lot of quarterbacks. They say they play the game from the neck up.
yep,
Not really going to be focused on Stafford's mobility, but his cerebral ability is what's keeping him ahead of the curve right now. And him and McVay, they're just on a different level right now.
different,
Obviously with Puka Nakua, the run game's going like they're just clicking. I don't really see Stafford losing this MVP unless he has another
bad game.
a 3 interception game. Maybe they get shut out, but I think it's his award to lose. I'd have Drake May second, and I'd probably put Josh Allen third for what
Yeah,
he's been doing for Buffalo week in and week out. And then you got to have, I guess, probably JSN and maybe Christian McCaffrey to round it out. But
yeah.
those are definitely my top two.
Yeah, yeah. It should, like you said, I think the only way Staff loses it, he would have to string along some bad games, which I don't see happening.
Yeah,
Staff's not the guy who's gonna have like a bad game. He's just gonna have like a just like an average,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So I don't see him losing it. Let's talk Chiefs. Dynasty. Is this a retool or a rebuild? I think, in my opinion, this is right in between. My biggest concern and biggest hole for me on that roster is obviously it's got to be the pass rush. I mean, after the pass rush, Chris Jones, amazing player, he's past his time. It's not time to hang it up, but it's definitely time to get him some damn help because he can't be your only
Yeah,
guy causing havoc on
yeah,
the line. And then I also think that they need a, call me crazy, this might be a hot take. I don't think it is. I think the Chiefs need a real wide receiver one. I don't think that Rashi Rice can be your wide receiver one and you just call it a day and put him out there with Xavier Worthy, who's a gadget guy and is kind of mid, in my opinion. And then what, Hollywood Brown? Like, let's be real. Travis Kelsey, washed. You're going to need to get another tight end. I would say this is in between a retool and a rebuild. Give me your take on it. And then also,
yeah.
what do you do in the meantime at quarterback? Like,
Yeah, I think this is my opinion. I think this needs to be a complete rebuild, in my opinion. I think Mahomes has covered up a lot of holes in this
yeah,
roster. Just to have the fact that this team is in the games every single week. Like,
yeah,
there's not a time the Chiefs are ever getting just ran off the field or blown out. So if they have, it's maybe been once or twice his whole career. A couple of those times have been Super Bowl. But just far as regular season in these last couple of years, Mahomes has absolutely shouldered the load for this team. I know
for
the
sure.
defense has stepped up, but as far as just the defense can play fine, but Mahomes, he's the catalyst. Everybody knows that. And I think they need to take full advantage of this. He's going to be out, obviously, the remainder of this season and the majority of next season. So
Yeah,
who knows what their record would be by, say, week 10. I don't know. I think they're going to be pretty bad.
yeah, really
I
bad.
just don't think they're going to have enough. So you mentioned the pass rush; they definitely need to address that. The O line needs to be addressed. Travis Kelsey, he's 100% going to retire after
Yeah,
this season, in my opinion. He just kind of alluded to it on his podcast. He was talking with his brother, and they were talking. He's like, "Yeah, I hope Mahomes can get better, and that the Chiefs can get him back soon." So it's just like,
Oh,
damn, like you putting the saying your
yeah,
team as just the team name and not saying we. It's
yeah,
just sort of like a
a little
indicator,
hint.
like, okay, yeah, he's definitely out. So I think going with the wide receiver is definitely what they need because
Yeah,
Travis Kelsey, for all those years, pretty much up until the last year and a half, he was the wide receiver one. So you got away with being able to have some gadget guys and people just work underneath and stuff like that. But you're going to need somebody. So maybe this is a time where you not necessarily tank, but we're kind of just putting ourselves in position to maybe go get a Jeremiah Smith when he comes out next year. Maybe who knows what could be available.
yeah,
Everything's up for grabs for them. I think the Chiefs are a smart organization. They have a very smart front office.
yeah,
I don't think they're going to see this roster and be like, no, let's just keep it out there. Maybe bring
yeah,
in a free agent, and then when Mahomes gets back, we're good. I think they're going to go right to it. I think you're going to see aggressive moves out of them early as soon as the season's over. I
yeah,
believe
yeah, yeah. They got to bring some. They got to bring a couple guys. They got a lot of holes on that
they need
roster.
help.
I would even say a D. They need a DB. Maybe you
I
move
think
up.
losing Joe Tooney was a much bigger
Yeah,
impact than they thought it was going to be because you see what he's doing for Chicago and how Ben Johnson wants his offense with Caleb Williams. Like that, it looks like that was a seamless relationship for them, and that's a big loss for the Chiefs.
and the Chiefs can't run the ball, and that just goes back to the line. Like they're just
Yeah,
not.
like
It's just been
they need
bad.
everything. They need running back. They need O line. They need more help in the
Yeah,
receiving. Like probably
yeah.
need another corner with McDuck. Like if we're really like this
You
is
got to
this
blow it
coming this
up. You
season,
got to
bro.
blow it
Like
up. You got to
this
blow it
team,
up.
if you really start looking at it, this team is not good.
Nah,
They
nah.
really don't have like Mahomes. He just elevates everyone so much. He can get the best out of everyone on the team, along with him, Andy Reid, and some of the other veteran leaders on the team. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna have to blow that up, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Let's move on to the Packers Bears. Huge, huge game with
Yeah.
big time divisional and playoff implications. Caleb
Yep.
Williams starting to come along a little bit. I do like what I'm seeing from him. Biggest thing with him, he doesn't turn the ball over. We talk about it all the
Yep.
time. When you're a young quarterback, if you can learn and pick stuff up on the way and not turn the ball over while you're doing it, I mean, that's damn near unheard of nowadays. Quarterback play is so damn bad, and all these young guys are so terrible that I mean that's huge. Packers, we just said it, lost Micah Parsons. This is basically a pick 'em again. I would lean Packers just because I feel like losing Mike. I don't want to say that Mike is not impactful. He has huge impact on the game, but I feel like
Yeah.
people as in the public, I think they're going to overvalue him.
Yes.
And I think the Packers bounce back in this because if you look, I know Bo Nix had a great game, and I just literally responded to somebody who said this on one of our TikToks. He said he had four passes that got tipped that should have been picked. Well,
Yeah.
it's a results based league. Should have,
Yep.
could have, would have doesn't count. But to kind of bounce off of that point, I think that the Packers should have won that game against the Broncos if they just get one of those. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's going to be a good game. Give me your keys to this game, and what do you think moving forward for both of these teams? Who has the better chance to make it
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, I mean, who? That's yeah. That'll be two different answers because I think for this game, I'm definitely leaning more towards the Packers,
Yeah,
just for this week. But going forward, I mean, I think it's got to be Chicago, man.
yeah,
I think losing Micah Parsons. I mean, you acquired him. You trade your defensive captain and Kenny Clark, and you trade capital in the first round pick for him. You're expecting to go all in and win the Super Bowl. This is what they need: a desired pass rusher who could close and take over games. He's now gone, so I think the projection for them has now it's now been, obviously it's not as high as it was, but for this game I do think they're going to rally around the fact that
yeah,
Micah Parsons is out. A lot of people are going to be counting him out. It'll give the D line more opportunity to make plays and names for themselves because a lot of these younger guys, when it comes contract time and it's time for them to make production, people just kind of base it, oh, he's just playing with him, so obviously he's going to get less attention. Like, so now it's a full on four or five dudes at the line of scrimmage. They've got to dominate. The keys, I think, for Green Bay to win is obviously you have to stop this run.
yeah.
This Chicago team, number
Nasty.
one rushing attack in the NFL. So if they can't stop the run, this is going to be a long night. I think you have to get pressure on Caleb Williams, but it has to be smart pressure. You can't
Yeah.
just be an undisciplined pass rusher and just you beat your man. Now you're just running directly at him. I think a couple coaches they
He'll break
mentioned
your ass.
pass rush discipline, and it's building the pressure, but kind of just like holding your man in front of you and
Yep.
looking at the windows, keeping him in the pocket
Yep.
because once he gets out the pocket, in my opinion, well, not my opinion, everyone's opinion, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than inside the pocket. I also think he's more accurate outside the pocket. Like when he's playing the backyard football, I think that's when he's at his most obvious, his best, his
Yeah.
dangerous, whatever you want to call it. Like when he's in the pocket, it's just he has to that timing and progression. He's not quite there yet. This is not something he's accustomed to playing football from middle school, high school, even all the way up to USC. It's been a lot of backyard scramble football. So he's still integrating this whole pro style and get the ball out and distribute, take the check down. All this is still new to him. It's still going to take a while for him to learn. So
Yeah.
that's why he's such a master at the outside and off script game. I think
Yep.
that's where they've got to limit him at. And then obviously for Green Bay, you need to run the ball with Josh Jacobs. I know he's been a little hurt these past couple weeks. You have gotten healthier though at the receiver position. Jaden Reed,
Yep.
hopefully I see a little bit more production from him. Matthew Golden had a big catch last week versus the Broncos. Christian Watson, he's been playing well. So I think just overall, they just need to play a balanced game. Don't self-inflict, and I think they can win this game in
Yeah.
Chicago.
It's gonna be freezing cold over there.
Yeah, I mean,
It
yeah, it's December. Both these teams are built for it.
Yeah, they are built for it. Excited to see what the Packers look like, especially that defense. I feel like Micah covered up a lot of that the secondary, getting pressure on the
Yeah.
quarterback covers up the holes in the
Yep.
secondary. And let's be real, they got holes in the secondary. Besides
Oh yeah.
Xavier McKinney, who I think
Yeah.
is an amazing safety. I love his
Yeah.
game.
He's
He
a
was all
baller.
over the place. So that's gonna be a great game. We're gonna definitely be tuned into that. I believe that's on Saturday. We got the
Yeah.
doubleheader on
Saturday game.
Saturday.
Yep.
And
Saturday
then we
game.
got the shit game with the Eagles and the
Yeah.
Commanders, which when they scheduled it, they thought was going to be good, but
Yeah. And
we all
you look
know.
at the same thing with the Christmas slate too.
Yep,
Like the
they thought
Christmas
these
slate,
teams.
it's like bogus. Like it's like
Oh
weak
my
as hell.
god, injuries rob us. But moving on, let's talk
Yeah.
Jags Denver. I think this is going to be a sneaky dog fight. A sneaky
Yeah.
dog fight. We all know that Denver win, was a big win. That was a big win being the Packers. You know
Yeah.
how teams play coming off of an emotional win. Might be a little iffy. We'll see. And the Jags, I got to give credit where it's due. The Jags are hot right now, and they played a lot better than I thought they would. And it almost feels like if they can just do what they do, what they've been doing is run the ball, and they get takeaways. If they can just continue that, bring that into this game, I can see the Jags winning this outright. And just T Law, you can't turn it over, my guy, because this defense is
Yeah.
going to be all over you. Take the
Hmm.
sack, throw it away, hit your check down. Don't try to be Superman. And I think that they could win this game.
Yeah. It's a big test for the Jags. What they won five straight
I
games
think
or something like
so.
that. Yeah, like they're hot, but they kind of just still been flying under the radar. Like
Yeah.
nobody's really taking them serious. If you had to pick a team in the AFC that you didn't believe in, you're
Yeah.
probably picking the Jags.
Yeah.
So this is a game that they definitely need to show up. I think Trevor Lawrence will struggle in this game, though. I think this Denver defense, and it's more or less to do with him, and more so that this Denver defense is just one of the best in the league.
That pass rush,
Benito,
man.
yeah, Benito, he's been a little quiet these past couple weeks. I think he's due for a big game. Sertan Sertan's going to have a day guarding Jacoby Myers. He's very familiar with his game, playing from the Raiders. Saw him twice a year, so
Yep.
that's a matchup he's definitely comfortable with. I think if they could stop ETN on the ground, I like the Broncos in this game at home. I don't know the last time they lost a home game. I think it's probably been maybe since last year. Like
Yeah.
this team's pretty consistent at home. They're playing good right now, so I'd lean Denver.
Yep. I like it. That's gonna be a dogfight. Two coaches who are just great offensive minds. Liam Cohen, gotta give flowers for what he's doing. I feel like he's bringing T Law along.
Yeah,
So we're definitely gonna be tuned into that game. Another one that's I think also kind of flying under the radar, and I'm excited to see how the Patriots react after blowing that lead to the Bills. If the Pats can come out here and whoop on the Ravens, and I was surprised when I saw the spread. The Ravens are at home -3. Um, Pats don't need to win this game, but I feel like for morale reasons, you want to win this game bad because two losses in a row after going on a 10-game win streak, that could do some damage to a young locker room. So I'm excited to see. Talk to me about that game and what's your take on it?
yeah. I think I like the Patriots versus the Ravens. The Ravens. it's just a kind of more of a hope than
Yeah.
actually what's been shown. They have just not looked good all year.
Yeah.
Lamar finally looked decent last week. He's been pretty much horrible the past month. You look at the Patriots; they come off that choke job versus the Bills. Now you get a spot. They have a great run defense as well.
Yeah.
So Derrick Henry, I think, is going to struggle. Vrabel, you get that reconnection because he was in Tennessee. I just now thought of that.
Yeah.
So he knows exactly what Derrick Henry likes, where he wants the ball, and I think how to stop him. So I like the Patriots in this game. I think Drake May is going to ball out. He'll get his way right back into potentially top of the MVP discussion, depending on how Matthew Stafford plays. But I definitely lean in the Patriots in this game.
All right, all right, I like it. Yeah, excited to see what Lamar looks like as well. He had a
Yeah,
decent game, not great, decent game against the Bengals. So if you can follow that up and do it to a Pats team who's been hot, then I think the Ravens are going to feel good about their chances. One game back right now from the Steelers, who just won on Monday Night Football. So that's going to be a huge boost for them. Um, Man, next game we're talking here, my Panthers. Just wrap it up now and throw it in the trash can. We're not making
already.
we're not making the I'm telling you right
So
now, I
if they
know
come
this
out and
team.
win and dominate, you're just if they
Look,
dominate the
if
Buccaneers,
okay,
you're just still done with them.
let me not say the reason why I say throw it up and throw it in the trash is because I think we're going to lose to the Bucks in this game. I think whoever wins this game, cuz the Bucks play, they have to play us, then they play the Dolphins, who are probably going to have Quinn Ewers at quarterback
Yep.
and
Yeah,
they
he's
have
an
no,
announced starter, so he'll be there.
they
Yep.
have nothing to play for, and then they have to play us again week 18 versus us. We got to go and play the Seahawks. So
Yeah.
it's going to be brutal if we don't win this game. You can chalk it up and throw it in the trash can. We're not making the playoffs. So this is it. This is
Yeah.
do or die. I think both teams are going to come with their best stuff, and the Bucks scare me because I think they're pissed off. They
It's a
lost in a
bad time to play the Bucks.
they
Yeah.
lost in a really bad way, and they have they're on what, a 3 game losing streak, or even might be
I
even
think it
more
might,
than that. I'm gonna double check that, but
yeah.
I'm
I
telling
know that,
you,
yeah.
I'm
I know
telling
they're
you, bro.
not doing good.
I'm telling you, we're due to do exactly what the hell we've been doing all year, and it's just fluctuate up and down, up and down. They're actually
Yep.
on. They're not on a. They're on a 2 game losing streak, the Bucks, but they have
But I think they've
lost
lost like 4 of their last 5 though,
5
or
out
something
of the
like that.
last 6 games.
Yeah.
So they're not
Wow.
happy. They are pissed off,
No.
and I think we're gonna get the short end of the stick there. Just being honest, but this all falls on, in my opinion. I'm gonna say this falls on Dave Canales. If Dave Canales can go out and draw up a game plan, I think the players are gonna play just fine. I think the roster will be good. But he does these things where he kind of puts tries to put the offense in his shell and tries
Yeah.
to protect Bryce too much, hide him. Let him rip it, man. Not only do we
Yeah.
need offensive performance from that side of the ball to win this game, because the Bucks are going to put up points, I'm telling you, but we're going to need uh, not only Bryce to play good, we need the run game to go. But I don't want this to be a game where Dave just leans on the run game the whole time. Let Bryce throw that, because not only do we need to win, we need to see what the hell we have with Bryce. Because week in, week out, we find ourselves in the same spot. Is he going to be the
Hmm.
guy? Is he not going to be the guy? Because what happens every week? We beat the Rams and then we lose to the Saints. Bryce throws for
Yeah.
400 and then he throws for 120 and 3 picks. Like,
Hmm.
there's a lot riding on this game, and I like where we're going future wise. But you know me, I'm off the Bryce Young train, and if he goes out and puts up a stinker, I don't know how you can bring him back. Like, I just don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can't sign him to a big deal.
No.
I believe he's earned that fifth rate option at least to get
Yeah,
the look at it. I think
I wouldn't be mad at it.
This is a game where I think he can play well. This Bucks defense, obviously, they've been playing bad as a whole, but their
Trash.
defense in general was never going to be the strength of this
Yeah.
team, especially the secondary. Outside of Jamel Dean at the corner position, they don't really have anyone that worth anything. So I think this is a game that they're going to have to beat them in the air because it's going to be a hard team to run on. You still got Vita Vea, Todd Bowles. He loves stopping the run. So Dave Canales, he came from Tampa Bay, if I'm not mistaken, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that where y'all got
yeah,
him
he was
from?
offensive coordinator over
Yeah.
there, so he knows
Yeah,
that
so
team well.
this is familiarity. He's definitely going to want to get some bragging rights. He knows
Yeah.
a lot of staff members over there, so I think he's got to be prepared. I don't know if y'all win this game. If I had to bet, I would take the Panthers points.
Mhm.
I don't know if they win this game. I could see this fourth quarter. It's going to come down to somebody has to get a stop, somebody has to
Yeah.
get a score.
I'll say this,
But
I
yeah,
like our defense over theirs any day of the
yeah.
week. But
Yeah, I do too.
it's just the ability to move the ball in
Yeah.
a
I
consistent
think,
week to
yeah, I
week.
know y'all play again week 18, but I think whoever wins this game, I
Yeah,
think will be in the playoffs. Whoever
yeah,
wins this one. Even if y'all end up losing to the Seahawks, I think y'all would sweep them
yeah,
again if y'all
yeah.
were to play them.
Yeah, I think I'm telling you, this is shaping up to be our division because I think the Bucks are limited with Baker Mayfield. I know he played pretty good beginning of the season, but let's be real, he's not the quarterback who can just will your team to a win. He's not like a
Yep.
Jordan Love. He's not like a Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. He's not any of these guys. And I think that you're just
Snuck in
limited.
love. I'll let it slide though.
hey,
Snuck that in. I'll let it
hey,
slide though.
hey. All right, but look, if you're the Bucks, this is in the bag for you. I mean, you play the
Yeah.
Dolphins. We play the Seahawks, so you can't blow that, in my opinion. But all right, that's enough for the preview side. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Coming off a good week, we got our picks. I'll let you go first, and then we'll just go back and forth, trade them off.
Yeah, last week, not the best week, but not too bad. Went 2-3. Got a little greedy with the fifth pick. Probably should just stuck to four, and I would have been 2-2. But as it happens, that's why I don't take it as pure gambling advice. It's
Yeah,
just I was chasing there, so that puts me at I think 19-14 or 18-14 for the
I
year.
got to
So
go
still
back and
doing
add up.
so
We're in
still
the
yeah, still
plus.
doing
As a unit,
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
we're in the
I'm
green.
definitely positive. Yeah, I know I've the last 3 weeks, if you've been watching it, it hasn't been the best, but overall I've been pretty good. So I'll go starting off. I only got 3 picks this week. First pick, I am going Bengals -4
I
at
like
Miami.
that.
I'm just gonna take advantage of the shitty rookie.
I like that.
I know the Bengals defense is bad, but the Tua is bad. I think I would have taken Bengals -4 with Tua.
Yeah.
So you
Oh
bring in
yeah.
Quinn Ewers, I don't feel any more confident. I think the Bengals can win this game by maybe double digits potentially. I think they're going to be pissed. They try to prove something. They're already out the playoffs. Both teams are out the
Yeah.
playoffs, so they're not really fighting for nothing. So
the
it's
shit
just
bowl.
about yeah, it's just about who's going to have more pride. And
Heart.
I'm gonna take my chances and give me the Bengals
Yeah.
-4.
I like that. I like that. All right, for my first pick, we're going to go with the game we just talked about. Panthers, Bucks. Give me the over 45 and a half. I think that there's going to be points scored on the game. In the game, I could see this being a 28-23 kind of deal or 27-20. I think that it's going to be that type of game. Um and like we said, the Bucks defense is awful. I mean, they let up big plays. And I like our defense better than theirs, but I think that both offenses are going to put up enough points. So give me the over in that game.
Yeah, second pick. I got Denver -3 versus the Jags. I'm just gonna ride this Denver team. They're hottest team in the NFL. I don't. The last time they lost, I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't tell you the
I
last time they
lost a
lost
lot of
at
money
home.
this season bet against them.
Yeah, so this is a team that I've bet on a few times, and they've done pretty well for me. So I think this is a spot that the Jags. It's time for a letdown spot.
Yeah,
They just played a tremendous game versus Trevor Lawrence has played a tremendous game, 6 touchdowns. Now
insane.
you're facing one of the top defenses, so I think this is a letdown spot. 3 points at home. That's pretty much it's kind of disrespectful
It's
almost.
fishy. It's fishy.
I feel like it should be 4.5, 3.5. Like that
Yeah,
three damn near seems like if they were in Jacksonville, y'all would have
they
Jacksonville
like
fucking
Jacksonville.
favored.
Yeah.
So maybe I could be wrong. I'm just gonna go with Denver right now
All right, I like that.
for
All
my
right,
second pick.
for my second pick, we're going over to college. Give me Alabama money line versus
Ooh,
Oklahoma. I don't think that Mateer's coming off of surgery damn near a month and a half, 2 months ago. I don't believe that he can throw the ball enough to win them this game. Now, the question with Alabama is going to be Jam Miller. Is he going to be ready to go for this game? Because
yeah,
versus my
they're gonna need him.
Bulldogs, he wasn't available and they rushed for damn near 0 yards. I think they actually went negative. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a game that's won
Not
on the
only
ground.
that, the pass protection. He's
Oh
great in the
yeah.
pass
Oh
protection,
yeah.
and not that the Georgia defense is not what they've been of old,
No,
but
no, not at all. Not at
they're
all.
still good. And this Oklahoma been one of the best all year, so
Yeah.
they're gonna need him. But I do think Bama will win. I like
Yeah.
that pick.
I like Bama because I just think everybody they already played. Oklahoma won. I think that that's going to carry a little weight. And recency bias. Bama looked shit against the dogs, so I think people are kind of giving up on them. I think they'll respond, and I like them to win in that game.
Yeah, my third. contemplating doing a fourth pick, but I think I'm gonna just leave it to three. I feel
Yeah.
like fourth I'm chasing.
Yeah, just do 3.
Third pick, I'm gonna do Green Bay. I'm taking
I
Green
like
Bay
that.
over Chicago
Yep.
on the road. This 1.5 doesn't really concern me. That's just more of a pick 'em. 2 points. I'll take my loss if I do, but just think the Green Bay, they're due. Chicago, they're riding a big high right now. They're coming off. You beat the Browns.
Yeah.
Like let's relax.
Yeah.
I know you're beating some teams before, but now you just played Green Bay 2 weeks ago and you got dominated the first half.
Yep.
Came back second half, played well, had a chance to win the game at the end.
Oh, you're on mute.
In this game,
Oh, I can hear you now. You're good. You're good. You're good.
oh, yeah, okay, bet. Yeah, I think Green Bay is going to come into this game a lot more focused, more prepared, and I don't think LaFleur is going to let something like that happen again. I think I could see them controlling this game from the first to the fourth quarter again.
Yep.
They kind of just slipped up last time and let Chicago get back into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Um, that's pretty much. Oh, no, 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 no. I got one more pick for you guys. Actually, I got 3. This is my third.
Yeah,
Jags, Broncos, under 47. I think this is going to be a nasty football
I
game.
like that too.
I'm just thinking back, the Broncos have been in a lot of nasty games in terms of
Hmm.
low scoring, and I think the Jags as well. Like you said, 6 touchdowns. That is not happening again. So
No,
give me the under 47.
that might not ever happen in his career again.
Nah,
Like
nah,
that's a
nah.
career day.
Nah,
Like
he's trash, but that's another topic.
come on, bro. He's been playing good.
Nah, he has. I'll give him that.
He's
He's
been
been
playing
playing well.
good.
And I think a lot of that's, like I said, Liam Cohen. But give me the
It is.
under in that game, and that'll be it. That's my 3. That was your 3, right? Yes,
Yep.
sir. All right, so that's our picks for the week. Hopefully, everybody who tails makes some cash. We'll catch you guys after the games to talk everything over. It's been your boy Dave and Boog, and we are out, man. Peace.
Yes, sir.